Hey, Psych Tech and Social class, it's Sandra Gentry here with video reflection number 2. I'm going to be talking about some of the main problems that we have with technology use today. So, let me start by saying what kind of technology I'm talking about. I'm talking about technology being used as a tool, specifically digital technology. The kind that's made to help us with a task and help make everyday life easier, for advancement. So, mainly digital technology for now. I feel like the biggest problems that we have with it is our dependency on it and kind of our just becoming addicted to it as a society. I feel like it's making us a lot lazier than people used to be in older days. So this is a problem that's more unique to this time period. So I'll compare some things from now to the past. So I feel like we have to use our brains less. We really don't have to think too much about things because it's easy for us to just pick up a calculator or something. We don't have to really obtain these math skills and stuff like before because we have technology such as calculators and things to do it for us. Um, Loss of imagination. Back in the day when they didn't have this type of advanced technology, when people were in class, they just had to daydream or twiddle their fingers, draw, be creative, use your brain still. But now we have our phones and things. We can easily just get on our phone and start texting our friends or hop on Facebook or do whatever else we want to do. So it kind of just taking the place of entertaining us, and it's lowering work ethic. We don't have to work as hard because we have machines to do things for us now. A big thing is it helps us avoid human interaction. What I mean by that is basically these days you can do everything you want to do in solitude. You don't ever have to leave your house or have contact with any other humans. If you want something, you can get pretty much everything you want on Amazon Prime. You want to eat, you can get food delivered straight off your phone. You don't have to contact another person. So in the past that wasn't possible, and people enjoyed human interaction. They didn't text each other from the same room. In our verbal skills too, with lacking having to talk to people, all the texting that we do versus in the past people prefer to make phone calls to each other and actually talk. Um, as far as like school goes, online classes, which I do prefer because I don't like to drive all the way out to Carrollton, but when I was taking all my online classes, I didn't have any interaction with the other students in class, and now that I'm taking this class, I do have to, and I like y'all, so that's fine. Um, but yeah, it's just a lot of problems. Like in the past, these type of things weren't, they didn't even exist, and the things that they did have, such as like radio and TV, they weren't as easily accessible. First of all, a lot of people couldn't afford them, and if you lived in like a rural area, you had to go out to the urban area to buy these things, etc. You couldn't just go online and order things like we do. The demand wasn't as high, and also when new technology came out, people tended to reject it at first, versus now all they have to say is new iPhone out and people jump to go get it not knowing anything about it. It's just widespread accepted. um, and it's, since the demand for it is so high, I feel like technology is just constantly being used. It's 24/7. You have 24/7 access to any technology you want. It doesn't go off or go away. Like in the past, my dad used to talk about TV, for instance. The TV channels would go off at like 8 o'clock, and radio would go off at 8 o'clock, and kind of just went to bed, or you talked to your family and did things after that time. But now we don't have to do that. We're dependent on it. Since we're so dependent on it, our demand is high, and you can watch cable TV 24/7, 365 days a year. It's never going off, it's never going away. Um, so I feel like to address these problems, we could just first of all learn to put our phones down. That's like a huge thing. But I really don't see that happening too much. I feel like we can go back to the core things, like I know my daughter in school, she's allowed to use a calculator and stuff, and I feel like they should go back to the core teachings and actually making them show their work and write things out, proving that you actually know how to do it, you know the knowledge behind it, and not just how to press buttons. um yeah, that's pretty much it. Just get out, interact with people, do something else, lower the screen time. These kids need less screen time. It's like the dependency starts so young. These little kids are addicted to iPads and stuff like that, and watching TV. Spend time with your kids. That'll help break the cycle of the dependency and the addiction. When they learn to have this human interaction and just go outside and play and do things and use their imagination, play with toys instead of getting on YouTube and watching other kids play with toys, that helps build the foundation for what they need later in life to know how to do things besides be dependent on technology. Thank you.